Hello, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. Let me ask you something. What if dressing beautifully after the age of 60 wasn't about hiding your body, but finally celebrating it? You see, for many women, getting dressed after 60 feels different. Our bodies change, sometimes gently, sometimes suddenly. Maybe your waist has softened. Maybe your favorite dress no longer fits the way it once did. Or maybe you've simply reached a point where squeezing into something for the sake of style just isn't worth it anymore. And here's the truth. Your body hasn't let you down. It's lived. It's loved. It's adapted. You don't need to hide your shape to look beautiful. You just need to find clothing that meets you where you are and honors who you've become. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. But before we begin, I want to invite you to do something simple. If you're ready to explore style in a way that feels more kind, more freeing, and more you, go ahead and type, "This is for me," in the comments below. It's a small phrase, but it says a lot. It says you're showing up for yourself with grace. In today's video, I'll share 6 powerful style shifts that help you feel confident, comfortable, and elegant without focusing on the waistline. We'll talk silhouettes, fabrics, and gentle styling ideas that don't just flatter your figure, they support your spirit. Because style after 60 isn't about hiding anything. It's about expressing everything you are. Let's begin. Your body hasn't failed you. It's just changed. Let's begin with something simple, but often forgotten. You don't need to look like you did at 30 to be radiant at 60. You don't need the same waistline, the same jeans, or the same body. Because you're not the same woman. Your body has carried you through decades of living. It's been there for every moment. The joyful ones, the hard ones, the quiet in-betweens. It has changed. Of course it has. That's not failure. That's growth. Maybe now, your waist is softer. Maybe your shape feels unfamiliar. Maybe the clothes that once made you feel fabulous now just feel frustrating. And maybe, deep down, you've started to believe that style is no longer meant for you. But I want you to hear this clearly. Your changing body is not the end of beauty. It's the beginning of something richer. Because beauty at this age has nothing to do with tight silhouettes or chasing trends. It has everything to do with self-respect, ease, and intention. It's about feeling at home in your skin and in your clothes. You're not meant to shrink into the background. You're meant to take up space, beautifully and boldly. And that begins with letting go of the old rules. The ones that said you had to cinch your waist, wear your age like a secret, or stay flattering at all costs. No, that's not your story anymore. Now we reframe the question. It's no longer, how do I hide my body? It's, how do I dress in a way that supports the woman I am now? You've earned the right to feel good, without squeezing, tucking, or apologizing for anything. You've earned the right to wear clothes that move with you, not against you. You've earned the right to choose comfort not as a compromise, but as a celebration. So if your body has changed, good. That means you're still growing, still evolving, still here. And together, we're going to find a way to dress that body with grace, with power, and with deep self-respect. Now let's begin with the first of 6 simple, beautiful style shifts, starting with the one silhouette that every woman over 60 should have in her wardrobe. Tip 1. The A-line revival, the silhouette that loves you back. Let's begin with one of the most timeless and forgiving silhouettes of all, the A-line. If you've never truly explored this shape before, I believe this might be the moment that changes your relationship with dresses and skirts forever. The A-line is exactly what it sounds like, shaped like the capital letter A. It fits gently at the top, near the shoulders and bust, and then gradually flares out, giving the body freedom, flow, and feminine grace. without any tightness at the waist. Why does it work so beautifully for women over 60? Because it doesn't demand anything from your midsection. It doesn't cling. It doesn't squeeze. It doesn't ask you to pull in your stomach or shape yourself into something you're not. Instead, it moves with you. It allows space for comfort, and in doing so, it creates something even more valuable, a quiet confidence. As our bodies age, we naturally go through changes. Muscle tone softens, posture shifts, hormonal balance evolves. This doesn't mean we've let ourselves go. It means we're human. And the A-line silhouette understands that. Here's the key to getting it right. Choose A-line dresses or skirts with structure in the top half, especially around the shoulders and bust. When the upper part of the dress fits you well, it naturally gives the illusion of shape, even if your waistline is no longer as defined. As for fabric, go for materials that flow but still carry a bit of weight. Think of cotton blends, ponte knit, linen with a soft drape. These fabrics create elegance without clinging to areas you'd rather not highlight. Solid colors can be incredibly flattering. Deep navy, wine red, soft teal, or forest green. These shades offer versatility and sophistication. But don't be afraid of gentle prints either. A subtle floral or soft watercolor pattern can add movement and character to your look. A well-fitting A-line dress can be styled up or down. For a casual day out, pair it with flats and a crossbody bag. For a more polished look, add a lightweight cardigan, a long necklace, or a silk scarf. You'll instantly feel more put together without ever reaching for shapewear or belts. A-line skirts also work wonderfully when paired with tops that fall just above the hip. You don't need to tuck them in. A semi-tuck or an untucked, softly structured top maintains balance without drawing attention to the waist. And here's the best part. The A-line isn't limited to one occasion. Whether you're going to church, out for lunch with friends, visiting family, or simply strolling through the farmer's market, this silhouette fits in everywhere. So if you've been avoiding dresses because you thought they were too revealing or no longer suited your shape, I encourage you to try again. The right A-line piece can make you feel beautiful, feminine, and free all at once. Tip 2. The peplum with purpose. Reshape without restriction. Now let's move on to a piece that many women overlook, but when worn correctly, it can completely transform how you feel in your clothes. The peplum top. For some, the word peplum brings back memories of overly frilly blouses from decades past. Maybe a little too dressy, a little too dramatic. But modern peplum styling is nothing like that. In fact, it can be one of the most flattering and gentle ways to bring back the illusion of a waist, without ever squeezing or tucking anything in. A peplum is essentially a top or jacket with a short flare of fabric that starts around the waist and gently flows outward. It doesn't pull. It doesn't hug. Instead, it skims. And in doing so, it softly shapes your silhouette, giving the impression of an hourglass figure, even if your natural waist has shifted with time. Here's why it's so effective. That little flare creates a break in the line of your outfit. It draws the eye to the idea of a waist without needing your actual waist to do the work. It's fashion's version of a kind illusion, supportive, not deceptive. To get the most out of a peplum, pay attention to fabric. Look for materials with soft structure, ponte knit, crepe, or stretch cotton. These fabrics hold the peplum shape gently, without puffiness or stiffness. Avoid heavy ruffles or overly dramatic flares. You want subtle, not theatrical. Necklines matter too. A V-neck or bateau neckline draws attention upward toward your face, which, by the way, is where your real sparkle lives. Pair your peplum with straight-leg pants or a slim skirt. The slight volume at the top, balanced with a cleaner bottom half, helps you look polished and intentional, never bulky. You can even wear a peplum jacket over a plain dress or blouse to add instant shape and interest. Color-wise, start with neutrals if you're unsure. Ivory, navy, soft blush. These tones work beautifully with almost anything. Once you feel comfortable, you can branch out into soft patterns or rich seasonal colors. What's lovely about the peplum is how versatile it is. Wear it with jeans for a casual lunch. Wear it with trousers to a family gathering. Wear it layered under a coat in cooler months. It adapts to your life, just like your style should. And most importantly, a peplum piece gives you that wonderful feeling of structure without stress. You're not being forced into shape. You're simply creating one that flows with who you are now. If you've never tried a peplum before, consider this your invitation. Start with just one and see how you feel. You might be surprised by how light, balanced, and beautiful you look, and even more by how effortlessly confident you feel. Tip 3. Layering like a love letter. Comfort, coverage, and quiet power. There's something deeply comforting about layering, and it's not just about staying warm. It's about softness, movement, and the feeling of being gently wrapped in something that honors who you are today. When done well, layering creates structure without restriction. It brings polish to your outfit without ever feeling tight or fussy. And most importantly, it redirects the eye, drawing attention away from the waist and toward the beautiful lines of your overall silhouette. Here's how it works. By adding a lightweight outer layer that drapes past the waist, like a cardigan, a vest, or a kimono, you're creating a visual curtain that softens everything underneath. It creates flow, it creates length, and it brings an effortless elegance to even the simplest outfit. Let's talk specifics. Look for cardigans that fall just below the hip, or even down to mid-thigh. Choose soft fabrics that move when you do. Modal blends, fine knits, bamboo, or chiffon. These materials glide instead of clinging, which helps you feel light and free. If you prefer more structure, a long vest or sleeveless jacket with clean lines can work beautifully. It adds form without bulk and gives just enough visual framing to guide the eye vertically, not horizontally. The inner layer, your base, should be simple and fitted enough to create balance. That might mean a soft tank top, a thin blouse, or a knit tee in a complementary color. By keeping the layer closest to your body clean and minimal, you give the outer layer space to move and create depth. One styling trick that works wonders? Monochromatic tones. Wearing shades from the same color family, like beige with ivory or navy with soft blue, creates a long, cohesive line. This helps elongate your frame, minimize the waist, and make your outfit look thoughtful and intentional. And let's not forget accessories. A long pendant necklace draws the eye downward in a flattering way. A scarf worn loosely can add both color and coverage without heaviness. Even something as simple as wearing earrings that sparkle can lift attention to your face, where your energy truly shines. Layering is also emotional. It's a style strategy that gives you options. You can remove a piece, add a piece, adjust your comfort level in real time. It's forgiving, just like the stage of life you're in now. So the next time you find yourself standing in front of the mirror, unsure of how to dress a body that feels different, don't fight it. Layer wisely. Let your clothes work with you, not against you. And let them remind you that you don't need to hide. You only need to soften and flow. Tip 4. Color and pattern as quiet guides. Redirect the eye, not your worth. Sometimes what you wear isn't nearly as important as how you wear it. And that's especially true when it comes to color and pattern. After 60, many women gravitate toward black or dark neutrals, thinking they're the safest way to appear slimmer or more polished. But in reality, thoughtful use of color and pattern can do so much more than hide. It can highlight, lengthen, and light up your entire look. Let's start with vertical elements. Whether it's stripes, long seams, button lines, or flowing scarves, anything that draws the eye up and down rather than side to side helps create a longer, leaner visual line. This gentle redirection takes focus off the waist and shifts it along the body, giving you more balance without needing to alter your shape at all. Next, consider color blocking. This means choosing pieces where darker tones are placed at the sides or waist, and lighter tones appear at the top or bottom. A dress with darker side panels and a lighter center can create the illusion of a narrower midsection, without anything being tight or restrictive. It's subtle, it's smart, and it works beautifully. Now let's talk about prints. Yes, prints can be your friend. The secret is choosing the right scale and placement. Medium-sized prints, like gentle florals, abstract shapes, or watercolor blends, add movement and softness to your outfit. Avoid prints that gather or bunch right at the waist, as those can draw attention exactly where you don't want it. If you wear a patterned top, keep the bottom simple. A solid pant or skirt in a complementary shade helps ground the outfit and keeps the visual focus exactly where you want it, upward and outward, not centered at the waist. And here's something else to remember. Color equals energy. Wearing soft jewel tones like plum, teal, or deep rose brings warmth to your face and brightness to your overall look. Pastels can create a peaceful feel, while earthy neutrals bring quiet strength. Choose what reflects your mood and your message that day. Accessories play a big role here too. A scarf with vertical draping, earrings that sparkle at the cheekbone, or a hat with gentle structure can all shift attention upward. These pieces don't distract, they guide. And they help tell the world something very important: that you are still here, still radiant, still entirely worthy of being seen. So when choosing color and pattern, don't think of it as camouflage. Think of it as storytelling. Use your wardrobe not to conceal, but to reveal the spirit, the strength, and the softness that make you you. Tip 5. High-waisted harmony. Support with grace, not pressure. There's something quietly powerful about a well-fitting pair of high-waisted pants. They don't just flatter your body, they respect it. They don't just cover your midsection, they support it. For many women, high-waisted trousers or jeans might sound uncomfortable, maybe even outdated, but when chosen thoughtfully, they can be one of the most transformative pieces in your wardrobe. Here's why. High-waisted pants sit above the softest part of the waist, creating a smoother, more elongated shape. They lift your posture, lengthen your legs, and prevent that uncomfortable cutting across the belly feeling that low-rise or mid-rise styles often create. But this isn't about squeezing into anything. It's about choosing pants that gently hold you, not restrict you. Look for styles with a wide waistband, made from soft, forgiving materials. Stretchy ponte knit, twill with elastane, or pull-on designs with built-in smoothing can offer structure without stiffness. You don't need buttons that dig or zippers that press. You need fabric that moves with you. And the magic really happens when you pair those pants with the right top. Soft, flowing blouses, made from rayon, fine cotton, silk blends, or light knits, are your best companions. They create movement around the midsection without adding volume or clinging too tightly. One beautiful trick? The half tuck. Simply tuck the front of your blouse into the waistband and let the back fall naturally. This creates a gentle frame for your shape, offering just enough definition while maintaining comfort. Prefer not to tuck at all? That's perfectly fine too. Choose tops that hit just below the waistband or have side slits for added drape. Peasant-style tops, button-downs with soft tailoring, or tunics with subtle tapering can all work wonders. Finish the look with a long necklace or soft scarf, a pair of flats or ankle boots, and you're ready for anything. From coffee with friends to an evening out, What makes this outfit formula so special is how balanced it feels. There's no pulling, no fidgeting, no hiding. You're not trying to squeeze into a shape from the past. You're dressing for the woman you are now. A woman who knows what she wants: comfort, elegance, and freedom. So give high-waisted pants a chance, especially those made with intention and quality. You may be surprised by how tall you feel, how relaxed you breathe, and how lovely you look without changing a thing about your body. Tip 6. The fabric of confidence. Why softness is your strongest style tool. Let's end with something that is often overlooked, but can quietly make or break how you feel in your clothes: fabric. Because no matter how flattering a cut is, if the fabric doesn't feel good on your skin, it won't support your confidence. And at this stage in life, confidence is not just about appearance, it's about ease. After 60, your wardrobe should work with your body, not against it. And that begins with choosing fabrics that drape, not cling. Let's start with what to avoid: thin jersey knit, spandex-heavy blends, or shiny polyester tend to grab onto every curve and crease. These fabrics can highlight areas you'd rather soften, especially around the waist and hips. Similarly, overly stiff cottons or structured synthetics can add bulk where you don't want it, making clothes feel more like armor than expression. Instead, look for materials that glide: modal, rayon challis, bamboo blends, soft cotton knits, and lightweight wool offer movement, breathability, and elegance. They fall in gentle lines, helping to create a silhouette that feels clean, natural, and effortless. A helpful tip? Do the fabric drop test. When shopping, hold the fabric between your fingers and let it fall. If it glides down in a soft curve, it's likely to flatter your shape. If it stands stiff or clings statically, it might not do your figure any favors. Texture can also help. A ribbed knit or crepe fabric with subtle texture creates depth and interest, drawing attention in a graceful way. Layered fabrics, such as chiffon over cotton or gauzy linen over a fitted tank, can offer the perfect combination of coverage and elegance. And don't forget about the season. In warmer months, reach for light cotton, soft linen, or silk blends. In cooler weather, go for brushed knits, ponte, or cashmere blends that hold shape without heaviness. But beyond all the technical advice, here's the emotional truth. When your clothes feel good, something changes inside you. You stand taller, you walk easier, you smile more. Because you're not just dressed, you're supported. The right fabric won't make you feel like you need to suck in, hold your breath, or fix yourself. It allows you to be yourself, fully, freely, joyfully. So next time you choose what to wear, don't just ask, "Does this look good?" Ask, "Does this feel like me?" Because after everything you've lived through, comfort isn't just a luxury, it's your right. And elegance? It doesn't live in restriction. It lives in freedom, flow, and fabric that loves you back. Style beyond the waist, dressing for the woman you are now. Now that we've walked through 6 beautiful, thoughtful ways to dress with confidence after 60, let's take a deep breath and talk about what this journey is really about. Because yes, we've talked about silhouettes and fabrics, pants and prints. But beneath it all, this conversation has always been about something much deeper. It's about how we feel in our clothes, how we carry ourselves, how we show up in the world, not just dressed, but seen. For so many years, we were told what beauty should look like, what size we should be, what age we should stop wearing certain things. And slowly, piece by piece, we began to shrink ourselves, not just in body, but in spirit. But here's the truth I want you to hold on to. You do not need a flat stomach to be elegant. You do not need a small waist to be stylish. You do not need to look younger to be beautiful. What you need is presence, and clothing that supports the woman you are today, not the one you used to be, or the one someone else said you should be. Because aging is not a flaw. It is a privilege. Every soft edge, every stretch mark, every curve that has shifted over time. That's not something to hide. That's a story. Your story. So the next time you open your closet, I invite you to ask a new kind of question. Not, what will make me look thinner? But instead, what will make me feel strong today? What will help me walk taller? What reflects the woman I've become? Because style is not about pretending. It's about belonging to yourself. And you, my friend, belong here. Not just in this video, but in this moment. Not shrinking, not hiding, but showing up in softness, in strength, and in full expression of who you are. So, wrap yourself in a cardigan that feels like a hug. Choose pants that hold you without pressure. Wear colors that bring your face to life. And never, ever forget, you are not invisible. You are not past your prime. You are not done becoming. You are still a woman of presence. You are still the author of your story. And every time you get dressed, you get to say to the world, this is me, and I am still beautiful.